Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahliali in this incarnation, and today I wanted to leave a message linked with giving and receiving advice because I think this could be very simple, but it's important to get attention to certain points if we really want to collaborate with others or if we really want collaboration from others. So the first thing that I think it's important to clarify is that we cannot guide anyone. I mean, many times when a person comes to us asking for advice, we are only the projected voice of something that they were already feeling. So this connection with their own soul, it's not something that we can give to other people. This is something that each individual, only us, we can practice, we can do it. So the first thing that I think is very, very important is to give advice to someone that is really receptive to receive it. And this seems obvious, but not for the ego, because many times we are trying to give advice to people that are not receptive. And if that's happening, it's maybe because maybe we are giving this advice from a mask of our ego. Maybe we are, feeling this illusion of superiority, or we are thinking that we can do something better than that person. Or maybe it is because that person is not prepared for receiving that information. So we are like disturbing the process of that person. So it's very important to give advice only if the other person is receptive to receive it. And to understand that honesty, it's not giving our opinion every time. I learned this through many experiences, but I think it's not about giving out an opinion constantly. That many times it's better to keep silent and to not invest the energy. I'm not saying that we have to lie at all, but just to keep silent and to not give our opinion to certain things. So, how I said before, I think it's important to verify the reception of the other person, because not always people wants to hear us, and we should respect that, of course. So if someone comes to us and asks for advice, then we understand that that person is receptive to receive it. And here, I think it's important to remember that we are not here to spare that person's lessons. We cannot do that, in fact, because if that person doesn't understand what they have to integrate, they are going to repeat that in the future. So when someone asks for an advice, usually it is because they have no clarity about something, about a situation, and they have no clarity for taking decisions. So I think many times it's easier to see situations from other people with more clarity than ours, even because we are able to take distance from those situations, and that's why I think it's very important to practice that distance, to take distance from our own situations, our own conflicts in our life. But I think the main thing here is to try to help the other person to find the clarity on their own. It's not about telling them what to do. And this takes more energy, so usually people doesn't want to do it. But I think this is the way to give an advice, to try to offer something that that person could receive in order to find the answer inside. And this will help to integrate the lesson too. So I think it's very important to take accountability of who we are asking an advice to, in the case we are doing this. Of course, this is my perspective, but there are things that I think they are very, very important. I think we should, we always have the answers on the inside, but it's part of the transcendence of the ego to ask for help too. So I think we should ask for help or for an advice to a person that is unconscious of the metaphysical reality. Because if that person, I mean, it's not about discrimination or separation from non-spiritual people, but if that person is not integrating that how the reality works, if that person is only like lost in the 1% of the matter, then many times, of course, the advice won't be helpful for our situation. Other thing that I find very vital and very valuable I think to choose people that behaves this way is very important in our lives. And this is about finding a person or ask advice for a person to a person, sorry, that can express themselves, can express their inner truth with total honesty, no matter what. I mean, not caring if that makes my ego uncomfortable. That it's not the same to be aggressive or to say things with an intention of harm others. Clearly, I'm not talking about that. But a person that is willing to express their own truth in order to help. I think this is very, very important. And last but not least, I think it's very, very important to ask for advice to someone who can put in practice what is saying. This is the basis, because I think we are all working in different patterns and different things, and we could have incoherence in the process. We are not perfect. We are human. That's why I always say that spirituality is a practice, but it should be a person that has the intention to improve themselves. So I think this is very important, because I wouldn't like to receive an advice from other place. So the last thing that I wanted to say is that many times people doesn't want an opinion. I think it's important to ask if they only want to be heard, or if they really want advice, because I think many times we don't want that. We only just want to tell our things and be heard. So, okay, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.